Hi friends, I'm Dinesh Oza back again with another episode on Workplace Performance Enhancement, and these series are specially dedicated on something which I've coined as inspirational goal sheet. Friends, you know that this inspirational goal sheet is all about adding few more KRA or enhancing existing KPI in a way which will enhance your performance by contributing to your function organization in a way that will add value to the existing business ecosystem. This will for sure ensure that you are not only enhancing your performance, along with that, you are also building your brand image, strengthening your brand image, and increasing the probability of getting good increment and promotion. So for that, we have today someone who has a very great track record, who has been into industry for last 25 years, someone who started with very basic profile and today he is director and chief business officer and two different organizations. So let me call Mr. Nishant Mehta. Hi Nishant.
Yeah, hey, Dinesh. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So, why don't we sit or we stand and talk?
As you wish.
I will sit. So I'll force you to sit there.
So, friends, Nishant and me have been we have been a part of roller coaster journey,
Oh,
right?
we have been friends more, but
Yeah.
yes, we started with as colleagues.
Yeah, as colleagues, and I know him very well. And let me tell you, friends, that he has been whatever I am today. A bit of contribution has been made by Nishant also.
That's
I
very
felt.
humble of you, Dinesh. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it has been. I have seen him. I have learned many things from him, and if someone wants to excel in corporate, I think Nishant is a book in himself. And coincidentally, when I was talking with him that I am going to introduce you in that way, he told me that he's going to write a book on that. So, but yeah, let me give a detailed introduction of Nishant. Nishant has a learning experience of 25 years in FMCG. He started his career with FMCG, I still remember that, right? And finance and also in media. I'll be very much candid enough in saying that it's not numbers which are important for Nishant, yeah, but the qualitative contribution which he has made to not only corporates, but I know that he has contributed a lot to his team also. Yeah, his team members are today among zonal head of departments, and they have a very promising roles to play in different organizations wherever they're working. Right, Nishan? So I'll not take much time.
I was about to say that. I'm feeling a bit embarrassed. So,
Now that Nishant has added, I mean, many of the people with whom he has worked, they owe their progress to Nishant. Yeah. So I'll not take much time, Nishant. And we have already discussed about a term which I've coined and a concept which I'm promoting right now among the employee community, that is inspirational coaching. So, what is your take on this term called inspiration coaching?
so I think, Dinesh, the first thing you need to do is get a copyright on this word.
Okay, thank
As
you.
some smart ass like me would definitely copy it and use it in a book.
Okay.
Okay, but that's on a lighter note. I think it's a fantastic coinage.
Okay.
For me, a goal sheet has never been in terms of what the company is asking me to do
Hmm.
or what is expected out of me to do. The goal sheet for me has always been where does this take me?
Okay.
Okay, if it cannot inspire me,
Hmm.
I and you know,
Yeah, I
you know,
can imagine.
I try to make build it in such a way
Right.
that it inspires me.
Yeah.
So I think it's a fantastic way. However, having said that, no matter how much an organization tries,
Hmm.
uh, I think a goal sheet is more about what an individual
Hmm.
wants to drive for himself, herself,
Right.
or themselves.
Okay.
Is what I feel, and it's I would say underline in bold letters, the only parameter for success, whether you are into your own business, whether you are into a start of your career, whether you are leading an enterprise, the only thing that works is how do you inspire every day morning yourself to do the same thing again, again, and again. So fantastic, Dinesh. Congratulations. And I think, and I won't I think I missed being on the first episode for this,
Okay.
but I'm sure this is not going to be our last episode.
Absolutely. We will talk a lot, and I know Nishant, 15 minutes is not enough. If I want to squeeze out of you your learnings, your experience, I think 15 years is also something which is less, right? And the fortunate that you are going to write a book on that. So my request is that please add candid learnings which you had from corporate, because there are I mean, these things are not written in any book. They are not taught in any business school, whether it is the big school or the simple management colleges or university. Whatever you have done is something different. Yeah. So friends, yeah, I mean, it's like Nishant is known for navigating his career irrespective of whatever challenge you face, right or not?
Yeah.
So he has built a character for himself, a personality which is a right fitment in today's corporate world. So these days, I promote a term which is called agile learning, right? So you know what is this? And I think Nishant is one person who fits into that. Yeah. But yeah, Nishant, I mean, if we are talking about inspiration goal sheet, what are some basic attributes or characteristic employee should possess, which will help him to, not only achieve the existing goal sheet, but as you mentioned, that it should inspire him, and those attributes should make him more easier for him to, achieve the inspiration goal sheet which he has dreamed of.
Sure, sure. So Dinesh, I think I don't know, and you know it. I'm not a great business school pass out. What I've learned on my jobs. So I think the single quality that I feel that should be in anyone is the hunger for learning.
Okay.
Okay, learning and how does it grow me as an
Okay.
individual,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Okay.
So anything that I build in my goal sheet for myself,
Right.
right,
Uh,
circulates around how will it help me learn.
okay. Okay.
If I'm learning right, I think the other attributes which are byproducts,
Right.
they will help me execute it, implement it, understand it, strategize it, and all those glorified words.
Everything will come and fall in line automatically.
And it will help me grow.
Right.
If I don't learn,
Okay.
I don't grow.
Okay.
Simply.
That's
That's
very simple.
the single thing,
Uh-huh.
and I'll be honest, and which I have always been, right? In I think in 90% of the promotions that I've taken or job changes I've taken, I was never ready for it.
Hey, I know that.
I was never ready for it.
Okay,
It was
okay.
on the job that
Right.
I thought that I want to learn this, and hence I took that transfer, and hence I raised my hand for that promotion, or even when I built my own business,
Right.
I was very comfortable doing insurance, and suddenly I thought about doing wealth,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Okay.
So after 15 years of doing insurance, one fine day I thought, let me do wealth.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And
So,
then right now
yeah, yeah,
doing a startup. It's all a different game. So learning is the
Yeah.
primary attitude.
Okay. Okay. So, friends, it's like Nishant these days is also a director in one of the leading financial distribution company, and they are among the top 25 in our country. And so I mean, that is where when he is saying that I have uh, invited change. I use this word a lot in my trainings. Actually,
Sure.
I ask people to invite a change.
Right.
Yeah, and that is how you become a change leader, not a change follower. So Nishant is one person who is actually a change leader, right? Yeah. So yeah, Nishant. I mean, so when you talked about learning on a continuous basis, that will uh, ensure that all other things fall in line. That is what should be, I believe, if I make it a part of my goal sheet. If I am an employee,
Mhm.
and I want to add one KRA,
I would add a KRA learning something new. So these days, so for example, in manufacturing, I do a lot of training for manufacturing. So AI is something which is a buzzword. So as an employee, I would add something of that sort, which will
Sure.
not only help me, but it will also help my organization. Yeah. So that is, when I talked about learning agility side of things. Yeah. So, well, Nishant, another thing which is very important these days, and those are the things, which decides or which helps a person to become successful. I mean, I would call that, he is a person who was able to not only lead his himself, but also lead the task, the team, and the organization. So for that, when you talk about attributes, what how a person should implement those attributes, what he should do, or for that matter, you would be having some trade secret. I'm sorry, some tools and technique which will ensure that a person is able to work on inspirational coaching. I mean, not only work, but he is on that path.
So I'm a little philosophical here, Dinesh.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, and so there are only two ways of learning. One is, and I'm coming to your question. One is you learn by yourself, which is self-learning.
Okay.
And secondly, is you find a guru, a mentor,
Yeah.
who helps you open the doors of knowledge,
Hmm.
which is already there within you.
Right.
My feeling is that we are all ingrained with a lot of knowledge,
Right. Absolutely.
but we are unable to scratch or open that doors. So the learning comes either through self-learning or through finding the right mentor. Okay.
Yeah.
So now coming to your question, I feel an ordinary person having an extraordinary dream
Hmm.
and then fueled by the right push
Hmm. Okay.
or a pull
Right.
is the only recipe to success.
Okay.
For a long time, in my man management roles,
Right.
I've always believed that everybody has dreams,
Hmm.
but might not have the right path.
Okay.
If you put them on the right path, I think they will reach. Most of us end up, like a toy, a toy car, just assume articulating it. A
Okay.
toy car just dashing to a wall.
Okay.
It doesn't move. It doesn't move. Right?
Okay.
That is where maybe the Chinese manufacturers in their day put a
Okay.
small chip inside that if there's a wall, come back,
Yeah.
change your direction, move somewhere else.
Right.
So the other attribute is change.
Yeah, that's very important.
Right? So learning, changing,
Yeah.
that is where your agility comes in.
Uh-huh.
Right? And I would like to bring in a term here very clearly, is that define your own KRA. And my KRA is slightly different. My KRA is when the company will ask you, क्यों रखे आपको?
Right.
So defining your KRA
Mhm.
becomes very, very critical.
Critical.
Right?
Yeah.
So learning followed by an ability to change.
Mhm.
Right? You can use more dynamic words like, constant,
Mhm.
renovation,
Right.
unlearn, relearn.
Yeah.
Right? But so primarily the attribute, and I keep on coming back to the same point of learning, but the point then is change. Right?
Yeah.
And the bottom line, one single attitude is the willingness to do an extra mile.
Right.
In fact, just 2-3 days back, an industry icon said that kids today, youth today,
Yeah.
right, need to work for 70 hours.
Yeah.
And I think there is nothing wrong. Look at actors, look at cricketers, look at golfers,
Absolutely. Yeah.
look at any
Yep.
successful entrepreneur. They work like crazy.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I would surely agree with this, the last concept which you are promoting, refer to the leading personality of Indian industry. He's not wrong, because what I believe is that, and I've seen you, and we have seen many of our colleagues who are coming from a very normal background, and they become intelligent and great because of simple thing, which is hard work. That hard work somewhere taught them to evolve that hard work into smart work. Without hard work, you will not be able to understand how you should make it more smarter.
True.
Right. So that's absolutely right. Nishant is making here a point which is very true, that until unless you don't put your self, uh, you know, completely into your field, you are not going to succeed. That is absolutely right, Nishant. I do agree with you. That is what when we are talking about performance enhancement or inspirational goal sheet, action will only convert into goal. Without action, there is nothing. And for action, you need time. Yeah. So yeah, Nishant, what are the few mission critical or some smart kind of action which any employee should implement to ensure that he is inspired, he is able to learn, and he is able to change.
True. So, Dinesh, I'll like to disappoint you
That's
and
fine.
everybody who's listening. There are no smart rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, there are certain very basic qualities which are non-negotiable.
Right.
Integrity,
Hmm.
honesty. And when I say this, it is not that मैं घर का stapler pin
Hmm.
office का घर नहीं ले जाऊंगा.
Right.
Honesty is to your own self.
Yeah.
Can I look myself into the mirror every day morning and say, okay, I did the best yesterday?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So these are non-negotiable.
Hmm.
Integrity, honesty, hard work
Yeah.
are non-negotiable.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
What are the key things that can be done is I think everyone suffers from some or the other level of either ego
Ah.
or a lack
Right.
of confidence. Both.
Yeah.
To me, a lot of ego comes because there is an insecurity inside.
Ah. Right.
That
Yeah, absolutely.
insecurity comes because I don't want to learn. Most of the, I think, hindrances come in corporate life because I don't know certain things and because of my ego or my, I would say, lack of confidence. I'm unable to tell somebody that, okay, मुझे नहीं आता है. Why don't you teach me?
And that is where differentiation comes.
So let's say I would quote, a Sachin Tendulkar here, that he was constantly being caught at a cover drive or at a pull shot.
Hmm.
He went back for 2 years. He just studied that shot. He came back and hit many more centuries.
After that only he was able
There was, we can have so many
so
such
many
examples in corporate world everywhere, right? When I first time saw that, general insurance policy, I didn't know what a third party was, for example. And I am talking with when I had a flourishing career in life insurance of 20 years. I went back, I caught a trainer by Sikha. Yeah, very small examples, and quoting me would be very magnanimous, very egoistic again. But the ability to, accept the truth, bring in that humility and learn. So I'll, list again one: honesty, integrity, hard work, ability to learn and accept that I need to learn.
Yeah, that is very important.
Fourth, I think everybody has to be smart enough to gauge the time and move across the time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
See, and I can give many examples here, but we should not. Right? So corporate life or business world is also about street smartness. It's about agility.
Yeah.
You have to bring in, you have to move with the time.
That is
I
very
don't want to
important.
sound political, but the world loves capital. The world loves capital.
Yeah. I mean that is the magnetic if I talk it that way. Yeah, that inspires people, that attracts people. There is nothing wrong in it. I mean the system, the entire ecosystem, even the environmental ecosystem is built in that way.
And something that I would request everybody to do, which I've done myself a lot, is that I always have 5-year plan, a 3-year plan, 2-year plan, a 6-month plan, a 1-week plan, and a tomorrow plan.
Right.
A tomorrow plan can fail, a week plan can fail, but I still have time to amend those things. So while I want to reach a level at 5 years, but I should know what I want to do.
Yeah.
And this has to be written down. You know my red diary.
I mean, yeah.
You know my red diary. I still carry that red diary.
Okay.
Smart people tell it to Siri or Alexa, but have your diary with you. Write down what you missed, what I'm going to do. So integrity, honesty, ability to change and learn, moving across times, being street smart, and having a minutest plan in place.
That's amazing, Nishant. I think that is these 4 to 5 things which you are uh, sharing with us are truly attributes which will at least make sure that you are confident of yourself.
So,
Because when you learn many things, and when you say that, if you have ego, that is one of the hindrance in your progress.
so
Your psychological safety is something we don't know, but that hits our psychological safety when we are egoistic. And if you don't want to be ego, you have to keep on learning, keep on changing. That is what you're saying. So, my dear friends, I think Nishan had given us some of the very profound and proven attributes of ensuring that a person is not only eligible for promotion, but yeah, increments or whatever you call it. But these attributes will ensure that the person is truly confident and realistically positive. So we will talk further with Nishant in the next episode also, and we will learn more things. We will understand in deep what, how can we keep on learning, what we should do to change ourselves, and how will we become more agile, or for that matter, how can we implement learning agility.
sure.
Yeah. So looking forward for more such interaction with Nisha. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
After a long time,
Same here.
I learned things from you.
We always do mutually. Thank you. Thank you. Please continue. Thank you so much.
Okay, friends. So let's wait for another episode. And thanks for being a part of our learning journey. Thank you very much.